past these. There's the purchaser engagement. I just want to point out that, and commissioners, you'll see throughout this is not just an conduct that was undertaken by Mr. Mazzotti on his own. He did it in concert with Mr. Mo Sayed and with Mr. Phillips. For example, when you look at paragraph 51, he says, in February 2013, Petersa approached me with an offer which I discussed with Sayed and Phillips. We accepted his proposal, which was wrong and has landed our company in trouble, and in retrospect, we should never have done this, and then he describes the arrangement in some detail. He goes on in paragraph 54 to explain the 8 million rand in cash that they were able to raise in this engagement that was not accounted for in the books of the company. And he then explains what he used the 8 million rand for. In paragraph 61, it's clear that he accepts that Carlinex acquired tobacco unlawfully and wrongfully of 2 tons per week over a period of time. He goes on to explain further contraventions of the law, and he says the unlawful conduct, and here's where he deals with payments to legal advisors. And Chair, what's important about this is that we're no longer talking about tax non-compliance. This affidavit has moved off tax non-compliance at this point. It's talking about fraud and corruption. I'm not going to mention the names of the legal advisors that are named in the affidavit. He does say in relation to at least one of them that, and you'll see in paragraph 83 of the affidavit, that he persistently referred to his contacts at SARS and in particular mentioned Johan van Lochrenberg and Ivan Pillay. We were naive to believe that he could influence van Lochrenberg and Pillay to favor our company. This we accept now is in a manner of speaking nonsense, and that we were misled. But in the process, we paid 800,000 rand in cash to this legal advisor. And so on, Chair, Commissioners, to the end of the affidavit. And you'll see at page 52 of the affidavit, again, I'm not sure what page it is in your bundle, is the signature and the date on which it was commissioned, 6 May 2014. The settlement agreement ultimately concluded is at page 83 of your bundle when you're ready, although we're not going to go through it in detail, Chair, unless you wish to. Chair, I see you reading, so I'm just waiting for you.
No, please go ahead.
So it's at 83, but at page 98 of the settlement agreement, the date of the signature is 27 October 2020, and it was signed by the directors. Of Carlinex and two of the directors and a SARS representative. And that agreement is, really what it does in a nutshell is it records SARS's position and view that the cigarettes, that cigarettes manufactured by Carlinex were presented on paper as having been moved and exported lawfully, but that there were no documents to prove a lawful export. So the effect was that SARS treated the cigarettes as having been diverted into South Africa without customs duties, VAT, etc. being paid.
Ms. Assem, I think it's only right, perhaps fair, that you also put on record paragraph 1.1.3 of that settlement agreement. It mentions two specific individuals against whom this debt is raised, and therefore not everybody who is a director or shareholder.
Yes, Commissioner Beloy, it says that the amount in dispute means the debt raised by SARS against Carlinex, the company, of which Mr. Mazzotti, Mr. Phillips, and Mr. Sayed are directors. So it's against the company as well as Phillips and Mazzotti in their personal capacities.
Thank you.
The amount in dispute is about 31.5 million, but the settlement agreement concluded on the basis of 25 million and something. So those are, that is the factual basis of the allegations of the conduct of Carlinex. And then the directors who are engaged in, in that unlawful conduct. The allegations, well, the admissions in the affidavit of fraud and corruption, we have no knowledge of anything further coming of it, whether there were any charges, whether there was any action that was taken. It's not within SARS jurisdiction to follow up on those, but we don't know if it was referred for any purposes. So we don't have knowledge on that.
Can I again just check, in that letter, the submission, if you would just bear with me, there is somewhere, there's a paragraph where Mr. Mazzotti implores us to have reference to the original affidavit. Sorry, I had highlighted it. I had highlighted where he says, he asks us to have regard to the original document or affidavit. And I
think it's paragraph 34.
Hold on.
To place reliance on primary evidence properly before it.
Yeah. And you have said that you have received this affidavit from SARS. It's a copy, if we can just confirm for the record, and you've not been offered the original by Mr. Mazzotti.
No, we were not offered this. So the letter that we received last night points out, I mean, it's signed by Mr. Mazzotti.
Yes.
He points out that what we rely on are media reports, the Ipsos study, etc., which is secondary information, and it's not based on, and he says that we are unable to tell whether the quotations are accurate or not, because it's not based on the affidavit itself. But the affidavit was his own affidavit, so he could have placed it before the Commission. It wasn't placed before the Commission, but as it happened, we had already requested this from SARS. We received a copy from SARS, Commissioner Beloy, and that's the copy that I read out.
Thank you.
I got the impression he was saying he no longer has a copy, so he's not sure whether what is being put up mirrors what is set out in the affidavit.
Is that what was, is that,
No,
did
no,
I
that's
read?
how I understand it, because
Maybe. Maybe he has a copy and not the original. I don't know. All I know is it wasn't offered to us. So, Chair, I mean, all of this is again really just prefacing us now getting into the content of the tenders and the significance of Mr. Mo Sayed and the chat between General Khan and Mo Sayed. And it's not just in relation to his links with the company and his involvement in this conduct in the company, but also other allegations that have been made in the media for some time. And we also detail that in the answering affidavit. It was something that, you know, even Mr. Shongwe referred to when he was here. Those are allegations. There's, again, no charges that we are aware of that have been brought against Mr. Sayed, for example, in relation to the allegation that he was involved in the hit against the doctor, Mr. Munshi. But they're allegations. And I'm not, and the allegations of other sorts of cover-ups, I'm not going to go any further into that. The point is, it's a matter of public record that these allegations are swirling, and I have nothing further to say on it. In that context, I now would like to turn to the WhatsApp conversation. And for that purpose, Chair, we provided a core bundle because it's not even the full version, but the bigger version is about 6,812 pages of WhatsApp conversations. The context is important. So all of those pages are relevant because it provides a context. But for the purposes of the particular aspects of the chat that I'm going to go to, we prepared a smaller core bundle. Certain other pages, maybe a little bit before the page in the core bundle, a little after, in which case we will alert you, and Chair, you'll have to go there electronically because we didn't print out the 6,800 pages. But I'm confident we'll manage this.
So we put away the two files that we were working from.
That's correct, Commissioner Beloy. Now all you will have is the core bundle.
Volume 1. We've got 1, 2, 3. You want us to look at 1.
This is volume 1.
What we,
Commissioner Beloy, I think that volume 1 would do the trick. But it might be we're going to have to jump between the two now and then. If I can just explain, Chair, that what I'll be doing is going through different parts of this chat, and I've separated out the tenders because there's more than one engagement on corrupting and facilitating an improper tender. They fall under different headings. The first one I would like to deal with is the PPE tender, the protective equipment, personal protective equipment. It was during the time of COVID. And as we know, there was a flurry of activity to tender for provision of protective equipment by several companies. So, Chair, the first exchange, it begins on 12 January 2021.
Page
5695. Sorry, is that in volume 2?
Do we put away file 1 so long?
Yes, Chair.
Okay.
Sasim, these are we're looking at chats downloaded from General Khan's phone, all of them. Is that?
That
Just-
is
just for the
correct.
record.
So let me explain, Commissioners. There are several devices that were seized from General Khan on the 10th of May. In these series of chats, we're going to be looking at the conversations, the WhatsApp conversations only, not other parts of the devices that come from an iPhone 8 and from an iPhone 11. The bulk of what I'm going to go through is in the iPhone 11. And this is a chat between General Khan and Mr. Mo Sayed. And it begins at the top of 5695. And what it begins with is Mr. Sayed saying, who can I speak to get contract to supply SAPS with masks, with SAP's logo I'm making upstairs, need to sell? The response from General Khan, I don't think I mentioned the date. This is 12 January 2021. And it's at 10:56 in the morning. At 11:06 on the same day, General Khan says, send me samples and prices, please, ASAP. I'm going to see someone tomorrow night who is the possible guy to make it happen. That's responded to as by Mr. Sayed, who says, perfect. And General Khan says, don't forget my birthday present, etc. On page 5696, so the next page, at the top of the page, Mr. Sayed sends General Khan the PPE price lists, and that is contained in the annexure bundle. It's annexures to WhatsApp chats, and it's just one file. And in that bundle, so Chair, in these chats, there are documents that are attached, etc., voice notes, and so that's what this annexure bundle is about. Page 147 is where you'll see the price list that is contained on page 5696. So you'll see on page 147 that it is gloves, masks.
Is it a conscious decision not to fly it?
No, Chair.
Oh.
Chair, you'll see that it's gloves and masks and caps and shoe covers, and the prices are to the right-hand side.